John 4:53. Cognovit ergo pater, quia illa hora erat, in qua dixit ei Iesus, filius tuus vivit, et credidit ipse et domus eius tota. So the Father recognized that was the hour in which Jesus said to him, "Your son is living." And he believed, he himself, and his whole or entire household. This verse well exemplifies John's very plain and clear style. And this is the conclusion of the story of the Regulus and the healing of his son. We've just heard that the Regulus has asked his servants who've run to meet him, saying that his son is actually well and is recovering. Well, when did this happen? At what hour did this happen? And now he's recognizing that the 7th hour of the day, which is when they told him, was actually the same time that Jesus said, "Your son is living, your son is recovering." So cognovit starts us off here. Nothing too difficult here. Third person singular, perfect, active, indicative. And then quia introduces some indirect information here. He recognized that. Again, just remembering that quia or quod or quoniam very often in the Vulgate introduce indirect speech where we would have expected the accusative infinitive construction in classical Latin, but that's not what we get here. Instead, quia illa hora erat, it was that hour, and here the demonstrative seems to have its typical force, in which Jesus said. We might have had instead dixerat here, had said in the pluperfect, since that's the idea. This is happening. All of this is happening in the past, but this time that Jesus said, "Your son is living," that's even more in the past. But the perfect for vividness will serve just as well here. Dixit ei Iesus, Jesus said to him, remember this is the dative we've seen so often of the person spoken to, "Your son lives." And here we've got to add kind of a quotation in, or at least we would if this were in English. And he himself, now again, we've got to remember this is the Regulus being described. Same subject as cognovit. He himself believed, credidit. And I've just marked that macron in there because I often forget it, and you might forget it too, but credo, credidi, creditum. Easy to forget, especially under the influence of English words like credit, which don't have that long E sound. Anyhow, ipse credidit, he himself believed, that is, believed in Jesus, we're supposed to supply, and together with him, his entire domus. Domus means not just the physical house in this context, although it can sometimes mean that, just the place of dwelling. Here it means all who dwell within the household, and this is equivalent to Greek oikos.